Right, I don't know how many of you would have seen the last comic book showcase that I did. That was actually done earlier in the year, roughly about May, but I've re-uploaded it, so if you want to watch it, just go on the channel and have a watch of it. This is another one that I'm doing. I'm actually going to show you a few things that I've bought, well, in terms of comics, obviously, because I buy comics every week. But before I get onto the comics, I've got to show you something. Last year for my, was it last year? Yeah, last year, for my 27th birthday, a friend of mine bought me this. Okay, it's the DC Comics Encyclopedia, right? Now, I didn't actually ask my friend to buy it. She bought it, obviously, as a birthday present for me, and I just sat there and I thought, I can't believe you actually bought me this. She went, well, you did mention it. I said, yeah, I know I mentioned it, but I didn't expect you to buy it. I mean, I was going to buy it anyway. So she bought it, and that's that. So it's literally got everything. It tells you all about characters that you've probably never heard of. Tells you about the main characters themselves. Let's have a look at what we've got here. You've got Brainiac, very evil bugger that he is. Batman's in there as well. Black Canary. Yeah, there we go. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. The Dark Knight. Okay, Batman. That's him right there. So all about Batman's in there. Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash. They're all in there. It's got everyone from Batman to Catwoman to Wonder Woman to the Joker, you know, you name it, they're in there. Then, not long after, well, I say not long after, or last week rather, I found this one was on sale, so I went ahead and bought it. This is the new, updated and expanded edition. Okay, same as before, usual characters are in here, with a few added extras. It's obviously updated to some of the comics that have been released in the last, say, 6 months or so. So it does include a few of the storylines that have been happening over the past few months. So that's that lot, and I'm quite pleased with it. I'm very happy that I got them. So yeah, I may have them both, but being a DC Comics fan, what can you expect? So I wanted to show you some of the comics that I have been reading of late. I don't know how many of you read DC Comics, but you may have been aware of a new series that's come out called Final Crisis. Basically, the whole story is all about how evil wins. This is the first one. Final Crisis, 1 of 7. Now, there's actually more to this than what you can see. Let me just show you something while I just gather everything that is. Right, all of this that I'm holding in my hand are all to do with Final Crisis, but they are all different editions, as it were. You've got this one here, known as Legion of Three Worlds. There's 5 of that, and I think I've just got 2 of them so far, so hopefully the third one should be out very soon. We've got this one, the 3D version called Superman Beyond. Okay, as you can see, it's in 3D. And I'll show you inside quickly, because it is quite good. The best thing about this comic is that when you do read through it, as you can see here, this page is obviously for the 3D. This is the 3D page right here. So, and it comes with a free pair of 3D glasses as well. How geeky do they look? Very geeky, isn't it? So yeah. So I love that. So that's 1 or 2 rather. Obviously, because the first one was Legion of Three Worlds. There's the Final Crisis itself, which is up to 4 at the moment. So that's the 4th one right there. As you can see, Darkseid, evil minion. Well, minion I say, master rather. Very, very bad guy he is. So there's that one. There's another set called Revelations, which is also a series of 5 comics, but at the moment there's only 3 that's released so far. Just quickly go back on the other ones. The main Parker, who is a clone of the Flash, that's the Kid Flash, Bart Allen, he got together, grouped all the rogues, the likes of Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, Mirror Master. They all got together to get back at the Flash, but Inertia's plans were actually to kill him, of which he succeeded in doing. When the rogues found out about that, well, they decided to get their revenge, and these 3 comics tells you all about that revenge. Really good, gripping story if you ask me. Then we've got some separate stories on entirely. This one here, this was a pretty sad story. If you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't read it, go and get hold of it if you can. It's called Final Crisis Requiem. It's all about the Martian Manhunter and how he meets his fate. It's really sad. This one's quite interesting. This is really good. This one's called Rage of the Red Lanterns. It's all about, the Red Lanterns taking over. Okay, so read that one as well if you can. I've started, but I did start a while back a new comic book series called Trinity. Features Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman. Obviously they're the 3 main characters of the DC Comics universe. And currently we're up to, I'm on 23, so this is 2021 and 22. So I'm up to 23 right now, and it's really good. I mean, basically the story about these 3 is that they have some sort of connection between the 3 of them that they didn't know existed, but it's some sort of like magical, mystical type power sort of thing. As you read on, the comic's released every week, so as you read on, the story just gets more and more interesting. I've started reading this, otherwise known as New Krypton. This one's about the lost city of Kandor, which is a city from Krypton. Supposedly wasn't destroyed when Krypton blew up. It was self-contained somehow. If a lot of you have read some past Superman comics, you'll know that there's been comics regarding the bottled city of Kandor and stories like that. I haven't obviously read anything before this. Apparently what's happened now is that the city of Kandor has now grown in size and has moved next door to, believe it or not, the Fortress of Solitude, which is Superman's home. If you look closely there, that's the fortress, and that's some buildings in Kandor. So, and obviously, being a city of Kandor is a Kryptonian city, you can imagine that it is inhabited by Kryptonians who, obviously now that they're on Earth, have exactly the same powers as Superman. So, people are now worried, 100,000 Kryptonians have descended on Earth, anything can happen. But Superman is obviously trying to tell everyone on Earth that no, they're not going to cause trouble. You know, if I've arrived here as an alien, you know, and you lot have taught me the ways of your world, surely this lot can also learn from it as well. So far I'm up to the 3rd one, and it's getting interesting so far. There are some surprises in there that I haven't expected already, and so it's really good. So that's basically that lot there, and I'm going to finish there because I'm actually in the middle of cooking and I think I'm about to burn my food. So I'll have to say goodbye and hope you've all enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be doing another comic book showcase in a few months.